Oh my god, the sun is bright. Okay, hi everybody. It is Super Bowl Sunday and I have a Super Bowl party to go to. Shocking, I know. I bought a magazine just in case. But for the Super Bowl party, I'm going to make pork ribs. So I've got my ribs here and we're going to put a dry rub on them, pop them in the oven. They're going to be in there for like 4 hours getting moist and fall off the bone and delicious. And then I'm also going to make some homemade barbecue sauce, but you don't have to do that. I'll show you how I do it and what goes into it. But regular barbecue sauce works just fine. So for the dry rub, put sugar, onion powder, paprika, celery seed, and a little chili powder to spice it up. But the ribs themselves, I trim mine down a lot. Do not be afraid to trim yours down. So I took a ton of the fat off, and you also, as much as you can, there's a pretty thick membrane that goes on the underside, the concave part of the ribs, and if you can yank that off or sort of pull it off and just keep slicing underneath it using a knife to help you, that helps a lot because it lets all the dry rub really sink into the meat. So once you've done that, we are going to start. And we're just going to make it up as we go. So we're going to take some sugar, a lot of paprika, like a lot of paprika. Okay, some onion powder. I don't know, we'll do like half a spoonful. A lot of the recipes I've seen ask you to rub the dry rub into the meat and then let it sit in the fridge for an hour. I don't have time for that, so it's just going to sit in there while the oven is on. Turn the oven on to 250. Going to keep it low and cook it slowly because they're going to be in there for a long time, so you don't want to dry them out. Okay, a touch of chili powder and some celery seeds. Do not overdo it with the celery seed. I accidentally did that the first time I made ribs, and it was just like you were biting into nothing but celery seed. It was disgusting. Okay, we're going to do salt and pepper as well. You guys like my little salt pig? My mom got me this for Christmas. Actually, almost everything I got for Christmas was for the kitchen. Okay, so you're going to dry rub both sides of your meat. We're just going to sprinkle this on both sides. And you do not want to overdo it. It's just going to be a light little dusting. Really rub it and pat it in. Okay. Other side too. Okay, and I've got just a roasting pan here that I've got them in, and then you're going to make a little tent out of tin foil over them to keep all of the moisture in and circulating so they don't dry out. Okay, so our rub is on. I'm going to make my little tent out of tin foil. Let's see, so we're going to make our barbecue sauce on the stove, which needs to sit and stew for a little bit. These are going to be in the oven for about 4 hours or so. So after 2 hours, I'm going to start slathering it with our homemade barbecue sauce while it's in the oven. good. Made our tent. In the oven we go. For, again, a couple hours, and I'll let them cook and get all of that dry rub really soaked in, and then we're just going to start glazing it with all of our homemade barbecue sauce. So stick around, we'll do that next. Alright, so we're going to get started with the barbecue sauce. We're going to start with a few, this has not been opened, a few cups of, not a few, more like a couple, you know, like around 2 cups of ketchup, maybe, whatever. You guys know I don't like to measure anything. So, let's see. Woo, hot pan. I like them. Add some water to it, like a cup of water. We're gonna have some brown sugar and some white sugar as well. So I've got brown sugar here. If anyone knows the secret to keeping brown sugar moist, I mean, I've got like airtight sealed things. I mean, they end up like getting rock hard, and then I'm trying to make cookies in the middle of the night, and it doesn't work because my KitchenAid mixer is like hitting these rocks. It's gonna like topple off the thing. Anyway. Okay, so just a heaping big spoonful of brown sugar, and about the same with regular sugar. I learned how to do this from, well, I watched the cooking show a lot, but specifically the show Down Home with the Neelys. I really like that show as far as barbecuing stuff goes. I'm adding stuff, but this is based on the barbecue sauce that they have on their show. We're gonna add some pepper. That's probably too much, but whatever. Some onion powder. Again, this is very similar to the dry rub. We're using the same flavors as the dry rub. So, okay, we've got fresh lime juice. So I just have lemon juice, not lime juice. Okay, so I've got half a lemon here. Some Worcestershire sauce to make it smoky, and I'm also going to put some cumin in there to do this about the same thing. So a couple tablespoons of that, a few shakes of some cumin, got some apple cider vinegar. Okay, so about half a cup of that. Keep it around because you're going to be tasting this and adding stuff as you go. You know, that's the only way to do it right. This is going to cook down and get sort of glazy the more you cook it. And then I like to put, some recipes will ask for molasses or corn syrup or something like that. I just use regular pancake syrup. You can do honey as well. So a few rounds of that. Okay, and we're going to add, if you have some dry rub left over, we're going to add a couple spoonfuls of that. Oh my god, that's so good. Just this little spark from the vinegar, and the smokiness from the cumin. Oh, it just comes up beautifully. It is so good. So that is going to cook down, and after a couple hours, you can just leave this on the stove at medium about, so it cooks down. And then after 2 hours, we're going to start brushing the ribs with it. So I'll pick this up in about 2 hours, so see you then.
Hey there, Michael Jarbo, new sous chef here for the Whitney Starkey show. What is it called, Cooking with Whitney Starkey?
God loves a kebab.
God loves a kebab. Take a look at these. They're coming together.
Yum!
God, you can look more masculine right now.
I'm going to slather, one of my favorite words in the English dictionary. Come on. Come on now.
Okay, we have slathered, and they're going to go back in the oven. Right?
I'm from Texas, okay? Barbecue is king. These ribs are in the top 5 of the best ribs I've ever had in my life.
Top 5?
Try again.
They're in the top. They're the top 2 best ribs I've ever had.
That's the way of saying you're second place. Who's first place?
These are the best in the country.
Okay, alright.
If there was a rib for every man...
These ribs changed my life.